Somewhere in the cosmos of Universe 7 on planet Beerus, Whis' staff starts to ring aggressively as a message tries to break through. After the battle against Dr. Hedo, the Gammas, and Cell Max, Gohan is stunned at the depths of his own power that he showed off in his new beast form and the circumstances that contributed to it. The superhero arc gave us both Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan, but with the ease at which Gohan defeated Cell Max, it was difficult to get a good gauge of just how powerful this new form of his would be with people like Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, and Black Frieza still out there. So now, it's time for Beast Gohan to have a true test. This is Dragon Ball Super Pride of the Beast, written by Dark Hanzo, a good friend and a really great artist over on Twitter if you guys don't know him already, a fan manga taking place in the events directly after the superhero arc. I'll be sure to link Dark Hanzo's Twitter down below. I'm sure you guys are really going to enjoy the artwork in this one. If you haven't already, consider leaving a like on the video for yet another amazing Dragon Ball Super story, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. But without further ado, let's hop right in. Two blue auras illuminate across planet Beerus as they stand across from a raging green aura. Broly is seconds away from erupting in a rage and potentially destroying everything around them as he's clearly lost control in their training. This is when we finally see Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta analyzing the situation, but this is when they notice the call coming in the distance. "Kakarot," Vegeta says. "Bulma must be calling us for some emergency, and I have no interest in training with a monster that doesn't think during a fight. Do what you will, but do it fast," he says, as Vegeta decides that he's passing up on finishing the battle against Broly like this. Even Goku seems surprised that Vegeta is passing up on testing himself to this effect, but since this has to end quickly, I guess, he decides to take it to the next level. When Goku first battled against Broly in the DBS Broly movie, this is one of the scenarios that we all imagined would have potentially changed the outcome. His eyes turn silver as he transforms into Ultra Instinct. "Calm down, Broly," Goku utters as he watches Broly continue to rage out and his power keeps growing larger and larger. The two make eye contact, but Goku doesn't look worried in the slightest. He extends a single arm out and shoots a blast of air at Broly, who notices Goku may be quite a bit different in this new form he's never seen before. This attack pushes Broly straight out of his pillar of aura, with Goku chasing him down, now ready to end this in a single blow. Broly regains his composure and charges at Goku as they look to end this in their next encounter. Goku and Broly fly straight at each other, with Broly throwing the first punch, but of course, Goku easily dodges this initial attack and returns a crushing blow of his own that stuns Broly and damn near wakes him right on up out of that rage. Goku isn't done with his onslaught though, as next, he maneuvers at an aggressively high speed behind Broly and fires off a Limit Breaker Kamehameha. Luckily, Goku isn't trying to kill Broly here, only knock him out of this blind rage, so the intensity of this attack is tapered quite a bit and Broly is brought back to his senses after being blasted. Down on the surface of planet Beerus, when Goku goes to check on him, he extends a hand out asking Broly if he's okay and flashing a proud smile even though he was unable to control his rage again. "You're frustrated, aren't you?" Goku asks as Broly grabs his arm to pull himself to his feet. "I understand," Goku goes on, "but it's fine. You'll get there. We'll solve this, okay?" To which Broly replies, "Okay." As we've seen in the Dragon Ball Super manga not even recently, it's been months at this point, it's gonna take a little more than constant training and teetering on the edge of self-control in order for Broly to ascend to the next level, but Goku, as well as myself, and I'm sure all of you guys too, have all the faith in the world in this character. However, this isn't his story, and his battle with UI Goku goes about as expected. While Goku knocked out Broly, who once again lost control in the midst of their training, when they finally got back in touch with Bulma, she explains in detail exactly what happened on Earth and that Gohan actually wants to talk to the two of them about something unusual that happened during the battle with Cell Max. Something they would probably both be really interested to hear. When they arrive on Earth, Gohan is actually already waiting for them in a wasteland training ground. "Wait, so you defeated Cell again?" Goku asks when he and Vegeta finally make contact with him. "He and Frieza have no way." "Well," Gohan replies, "it wasn't actually the Cell you fought in the past, Dad. It was a giant version of him." A giant cell, Goku says? Cool. And what happened? But this is when Vegeta cuts him off, telling him to stop stalling. I don't need to be here, he goes on. What do you want from us, Gohan? Wanting Gohan to stop beating around the bush and get straight to the point? Well, in this battle, I managed to release a hidden power that I never felt before and that I didn't even know I had. In fact, I don't even know how it works properly, Gohan replies. But I'd like to test the limits of this power with your help, he goes on. That's it? So I just have to fight against you, Goku says with a cheerful look on his face. At the mention of hidden new power, it was obvious that he was all ears, but he definitely isn't the only one. Not so fast, Vegeta comments, holding Goku back. You had enough fun with Broly. Now it's my turn. Wait, you were the one who told me to go ahead and beat him and do it quickly, Goku complains, but Vegeta responds, well, who says you have to do everything I say? Stop complaining, you're too soft on Gohan anyway. I want to test the limits of this new form myself, he continues. This is when Vegeta steps forward, challenging Gohan himself, saying, come on, show me everything you've got. To which Gohan responds, I will. Gohan powers up to his ultimate potential unleashed form that he's been using since the late stages of the Majin Buu saga, with Vegeta responding in a surprising way. Is this the form you achieved to fight Majin Buu? He asks sarcastically. Do you really think you can do something to me without training? Next, Vegeta transforms into a Super Saiyan 2, severely underestimating Gohan in my opinion, but his comments on not training still hold true. Super Saiyan 2 is enough to handle you, he says. Don't you think you're underestimating? Gohan begins, but before he can so much as finish his sentence, Vegeta is already barreling towards him at insane speeds to get the battle started. He appears in front of Gohan and throws the first punch, but luckily Gohan's reflexes are still very much present, and he's able to catch Vegeta's punch underneath his left arm and avoid damage. Vegeta smirks as they both disengage and create some space between them before the next encounter. Vegeta ascends to the sky now with a smirk on his face, as it seems like he's pleased with the quick response and reaction time from Gohan. Finally, he stopped letting his guard down with opponents seemingly below his own power level, Vegeta thinks to himself, impressed with the more serious demeanor of Gohan in battle. Show me your new transformation, he demands. I want to fight you transform. Of course, Gohan knew this was coming. However, this is when he admits that he actually doesn't know how to tap back into that form. I just felt a lot of anger and a feeling that I couldn't do anything to save Piccolo, he says. Well, this was the wrong answer. Next, Vegeta transforms from Super Saiyan 2 into Super Saiyan Blue Evolved and stretches out a hand, seemingly about to send a blast directly towards the earth into Gohan, and as we know from the Cell games, firing at an angle like this can be extremely dangerous, but how will Gohan respond? I didn't come here to waste time on a weakling, Vegeta roars from above in the skies. Show me something that makes it worth my time to be here. You'd better transform, he says, and it's very obvious that Vegeta means business. Hey Vegeta, Goku calls out from the ground. Don't you think you're overreacting a little bit? I mean, this is too much for him, Goku comments. He's right, Gohan agrees. The power that Vegeta is unleashing is amazing, but at the same time, seeing my own father no longer believe in my abilities is humiliating. It's time for him to fight someone for real, Vegeta angrily responds to Goku. He thinks he can match our powers? We, who train for years and always put ourselves in deadly battles. If you choose to interfere, I'll kill him myself. Gohan and Goku are both taken aback, but at this point, it's too late to try and talk Vegeta out of this attack. Gohan, remember I'm shooting this energy directly towards the earth. It's best you don't deviate, he warns. Next, Vegeta launches his Big Bang attack, forcing Gohan to either do something about it or die on the spot, and we could probably give some thanks to Goku for this, as even he realizes that all his comments did were make Vegeta angrier than they made Gohan, who they were originally meant for. I better just keep quiet, he thinks to himself. Wait, it worked, Goku says as he senses Gohan's power growing and reaching a boiling point as he prepares for Vegeta's attack. Vegeta fires, but Gohan seems like he's ready to face the challenge. This time, I'm gonna do something, he says as he flies to meet the Big Bang attack head on. He reaches out with both arms and tries to bounce it back, but in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, Vegeta's power is far more intense than Gohan initially thought. How long he can hold out before he either snaps or dies remains to be seen. If I were invading Earth, Vegeta comments, you would have failed to protect it today. Your family would be dead in minutes, he adds. It's hard to admit, but you have growth potential greater than even mine or your father's. But your biggest mistake, he goes on, is trusting that at the right time, you'll release some miraculous power. Vegeta then shoots another beam directly through his Big Bang attack that stuns Gohan and causes him to release his push on the attack, but this may have been the exact push and pep talk that he needed. He immediately, before getting engulfed in the destruction of Vegeta's attack, goes back to try and deflect it again as he acknowledges that Vegeta's right. I've always been arrogant about my own powers, he says, and every time I could do something, I needed someone to come along and fix my mistakes. But this is when we see Gohan's eyes beginning to turn red, his anger reaching that tipping point. Mr. Piccolo, Father, they were all willing to risk their lives for me to survive. They always counted on me, but I always let them down, he says. When Frieza was revived, I almost died just so Dad and Vegeta could save us. I was too weak to bear the burden of protecting my own family. Even Whis having gone back in time, I still remember the terror it was to imagine a world without my most precious asset. My family, he goes on. Wake up. What? He just nullified my Big Bang attack, Vegeta comments up above as his attack has completely dissipated as they notice something odd but strangely familiar in a way happening to Gohan. In a burst of rage and power, Gohan begins transforming, casting a gleaming aura across the wastelands, and to Goku and Vegeta's surprise, undergoing his new form, a form that neither of them have ever seen before. Beast Gohan is finally born once again, leaving both Goku and Vegeta stunned, as Vegeta wonders just how did he manage to unleash such power? Incredible, Goku comments. I had no idea that Gohan had reached such a level. This changes everything.